Oh, am I lagging, bit?
We back, boy. Let me turn on my video.
We back.
We back in the building. I don't know what episode it is. We gonna figure it out throughout the episode.
27.
Okay. We're back, and it's been a while. So many things have happened. Shout out to the gang. We here. Y'all give out y'all TikToks and Instagrams and stuff. And let's get it started.
Bend your brim, by the way. Bend your brim.
Yes. Bend your brim. Hashtag bend your brim.
Bend the brim. Bend the brim. Yes, sir.
We got Jay Bridges, who's _ Jay Bridges on TikTok. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. I am _ This feels good. This feels good.
Jay Bridges, you looking a little handsome today.
You know what I'm saying?
You looking a little enticing. Yes, sir.
Oh, hold on.
I don't know about all of that, but look.
But
we got Cameron. We got Cam.
Feels good to be back. Last time on this podcast, I had 50 less followers. So thank you. I went viral.
I was out of town for 2 weeks. You already know we didn't stop. Just water. And so I was a flooded jet for the week. Yes, sir.
It's just water. Yes, sir. It's just water.
Oh,
Cameron.
What we eating?
We got this here. Some goddamn. This is a handmade pan pizza.
What's on that shit?
Chicken and spinach and buffalo sauce.
Are we just gonna ignore the fact that Raptor just put up a bottle of cocoa butter in a room full of black people at the screen? I don't really appreciate that. So.
Wait, what?
Bro, come on,
I just grabbed the nearest. Oh shit!
He just showed us cocoa butter radiant oil. I don't know why. I don't know why though.
Hey man, it's not good for your case reaction.
I put that shit on before I go to bed. Makes me nice.
So he stays moisturized. He might be.
Yes, sir.
He might identify as black.
He might be marked, but listen.
You saying white
Cam Major 0109?
Yeah. What is moisturizing like a African American trade only, Cam? Is that what we're going for?
I mean,
oh no, your fellow.
I'm not going to answer that question.
Your Caucasian brethren just decide not to do it. So
moving on.
Anyways, Cam Major 0109 in the building. Follow him on TikTok. We talk hoops. It's not happening. Give it up.
Cat. I was bullied by Jay.
I will say bullied Cam Major into getting something up. Right now, actually, when y'all see this video, if he's a smart person, the video is already up.
Look. I'm gonna just show y'all a preview.
When y'all see this, it's already up. It's in the drafts.
Look at flight, man.
Okay, he is sitting in the drafts. All right.
Look at that.
Okay, it just needs the right captions and the right hashtags. Yes, sir. We got rap thoughts.
I'm gonna need a little clout off of y'all because we're starting.
I'll definitely duet it, but look, shout out to Rap Thoughts, aka the Milwaukee Buck enthusiast. Follow him on TikTok. We have transitioned him to the dark side, no pun intended, according to his friends and associates.
Yeah, I know.
Because he no longer thinks Ben Simmons is worth a fuck. Now that he's just on the dark side of the basketball takes apparently.
Also, he thinks Zion's not that good. He thinks he's good, but he's down to how good we think he is. Making a full transition.
We just think Zion is as good as he's showing us. 27 points per game. That's really good. That's it.
They like to say though, Zion has this insane playmaking gravity, which is like the only gravity is that fat ass man to the fucking court. There is nothing else going on.
Wow.
We haven't talked about what was the last series that was going on when we were even here?
Hey, hold on.
I know.
Cam.
You had to hurt the best player on the Nets to win the game. That's all I'm gonna say.
Last time we did this, what was that? 3 weeks ago, right?
Yeah, they were getting blew out.
We were down 2-0, and I said this series is over. I was like, "Fuck Budenholzer." I was like, get him on a flight right now. Like, I don't want to see him coach the rest of the series. And then I'll admit it, with some luck from this dude that has a really good handle and some other stuff going down, we somehow beat them.
Oh, and Buzz getting his extension.
Oh, he literally, like, the day after, people were like, everybody's so happy with Budenholzer. Nobody's fucking happy with Budenholzer. I was at the game, what was that, Friday?
Mm-hmm.
People are still fucking booing him when they were announcing the starting five. Like, people just want him gone. And if he wins a chip this year, which is highly possible,
I think
there's a good chance he still gets kicked out just because of how many people in Milwaukee, like, genuinely hate this man.
Yeah. That brings me to like a really great topic that we can start there. The NBA is clearly not ready for a healthy Brooklyn Nets. I would like to say that.
Oh, definitely not.
Like a healthy Brooklyn Nets, I don't even think the NBA is ready for how good they're going to be. Like,
indeed,
because KD and Kyrie were packing the Bucks up.
Packing them up. He almost packed them up himself.
By himself, like he was packing them up.
So, and we can say fairly that at no point during the season were they extremely healthy, right? They were never really playing. They was never really playing together predominantly through this season, and they were packing up everyone in the regular season. Not too many games came too difficult. Mm-hmm. So I just don't think that the league is ready for how good a healthy 100% Nets team is going to be next season.
Yeah,
indeed. It's going to get crazy. Like, if they're healthy and they decide we're going to play every game of this next season, I'd be hard pressed to believe that they lose 9 games.
And the thing is, they don't even have to play like elite defense either. But even then, though, they've been playing great defense. Blake Griffin, and I've never seen Blake Griffin play defense, and that man can guard 1 through 5 these days. Like, it's weird.
Nicholas Claxton, that's
Nick
just
Claxton, exactly. It's just like
I remember
they got really good pieces.
Y'all remember when Blake was washed?
Yeah, I definitely do.
And
he still is. I mean, he's washed technically.
Don't do it.
I don't know. I think he just figured out his role. He's kind of like how Dwight Howard is these days. Where like
that's what I said. When I got Blake Griffin, I was like, they're gonna get him, but what is he gonna do?
Obviously, like he's not gonna be the superstar he once was.
Yeah. Other people's definition of wash is different.
Other people's definition of wash is he can't play in the NBA.
Yeah, or he's gonna be absolutely useless to his team.
I feel like washed. That definition is probably more true. That's like Kuz. Yeah, those kind of
Kuz.
Kuz washed. He's not even 30. That's crazy. But what else happened? What else interesting happened in these?
Oh, we haven't.
Wait. I'm gonna go on a little spill. Mm-hmm.
Hold on. Yes, sir.
Get your sips in, Jay. Get your sips in. Stay hydrated.
The video that got me over the 200 follower threshold. Thank you, by the way. That video has taught me that Giannis stans are by far the worst community of people I have ever run into in the NBA world ever. They're worse than LeBron. They're worse than bronsexuals. They're worse than Joy Gambler guys. They're worse than Curry fans.
Oh my God, Curry.
They are by far the worst community of people I've ever engaged with, ever.
The only thing is,
wait, what are you doing right now?
I don't know. My big thing is because most like casual Giannis stans literally just be like, "Oh, he's a 2-time MVP. You're gonna disrespect a 2-time MVP? That's okay. If you're a good player and you have a flaw, you can get criticized for it. It's just how you respond."
Well, okay. You go back to my video.
I first entered the Discord and I said, "Hey, dude's not. He's not top 5 in the league." All I heard, "Well, he's a 2-time MVP.
There's better." Listen, the reason that I'm more like a little angry about it because yes, I called in my video. I called him and all his brothers trash. But that's not the point.
I duetted that. That shit got 60K views. Niggas were so mad under that shit.
That's not the point. The fact that I have people telling me that Giannis is top 5 in the league, insane. I have people telling me that he beat the best super team ever. I did not know that KD and Mike James was the best super team ever. I have people telling me he did it by himself. By himself, I did not know. Oh, Chris Middleton just dropped 38. Didn't he drop 38 and 36 in the net series too?
And that is someone who Milwaukee fans love to call garbage.
Didn't Drew Holiday go for 33 and 14 and they still lost game 1?
Mm-hmm.
So there are multiple 30-point games that I can point to from this
Giannis
one team.
has help. Giannis has help. You can't.
But he's by himself. No, he's not. No, he's not. He's by himself.
Giannis,
he beat the best super team ever by himself.
And those same people will say Anthony Davis never led a team anywhere.
Also, excuse me, I have people telling me that he does not need a jump shot. However, we're seeing him shoot more than ever. Okay. He don't need a jump shot, but he keeps shooting it. Obviously, he won a jump shot.
I wonder why.
What was we talking about?
Maybe.
Because he went 1 for 9 in one of those games against the Nets. I wonder if he went 4 for 9. I wonder what would happen.
Okay, I got a question. We're not big on giving championships asterisks, but is this the biggest ring that we're probably going to see in the next couple of years?
Absolutely not.
No.
Because if that were the case, I would feel like every single Warriors championship should have that.
There's a ton of those rings, though, that you could literally just be like, hey.
And this is, don't remember, I always remember what LeBron said. Best, healthiest team wins. And the 2 best healthy teams are probably gonna be in the finals right now.
Oh, I'm not saying is it the most, like, you know, we can all kind of say that, but we don't give a fuck. Is it one of the ones that's like the most, like, this is happening the most?
I would say no. Because
you think Kawhi's was a little different, was a little worse?
For me, I had the Bucks going to the finals regardless.
See, I didn't.
And the only asterisk would have been the what if of the Nets. And in hindsight, we saw what would have happened if they had all 3. But that's not fair.
That's my thing. Like, as we saw that series play out, we saw it be literally. It was just the healthier team won, not the healthiest best team, just the healthiest one.
Mm-hmm. Well, for that team,
they weren't
side specifically, yes.
And we can say the same thing for the Lakers and the
outside of the Lakers for the Suns, though.
Yeah.
They had the Nuggets, who didn't have Jamal Murray. We already know that's going to be a good series, regardless. Mm-hmm. And most people would have given the edge to the. Actually, I don't even know, because a lot of people will give the edge to the Nuggets just because they have Jokic and they think Jokic is going to carry them.
But that's just stupid. No.
But I feel like the edge would have been in the Suns' favor if you actually know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Suns, Clippers, even fully healthy, I still have the Suns winning, especially after what they did to the Nuggets. I just don't think the Clippers aren't a better playoff unit than the Suns. They might be a better team, but in the playoffs, no.
I think the way that the playoffs are going with the Suns right now, I think if Kawhi was on the court, they probably would be losing.
They're up 7 right now. Clips are at half.
They were up.
I don't know if they lose the series, but they'd be down in it right now.
Here's what I'd say, though, to that. I feel like you could just look at every single ring, though. Like last year, you could say, KD never played. You could be like, oh, in 2019, KD tore his Achilles.
But I think it's usually it doesn't. That stuff doesn't start happening until like very deep into the postseason, and it was just kind of happening all of the postseason.
I mean, Hakeem has 2 rings, and the best nigga in the world decided to play AA baseball. for 2 years.
And I feel like the asterisk doesn't belong there because nobody asked his bald head ass to do that. That was just something he decided to do.
What you say?
I said nobody asked his bald head ass to do that. That was just something he decided to do. Like,
but here's my issue with that. My issue with that is that motherfuckers love to add context for Kobe not being the best on his team for a couple of his rings, but don't like to mention that Hakeem won 2 of his rings when the best nigga in the world just wasn't there.
yeah.
I love add context, let's be real.
Yeah, let's add all the context to it. But just like me and you, we don't really do the Kobe wasn't the best nigga on his team because realistically, it was an argument as soon as 2001 rolled around. People love to be like, no, it wasn't. A nigga averaging 28 while another nigga is averaging 27, those two are just an argument for who's better, regardless of who you think is better. Like, there's no way you can be like, Shaq's consensus is better when Kobe's just doing what he's doing. There's no way. But Hakeem, yeah, I would say it's not fair to Hakeem because it's like,
I don't think it's fair at all. But if we gonna do it, we gotta do it.
Injuries are a little different because, you know, it's not something anybody can control. Michael Jordan just could have controlled not going to be fucking terrible at baseball. He could have just stayed in basketball. Like, nobody told you to make that dumbass choice. Like, not a soul told you to do that.
Kyrie didn't choose to be hurt. Jordan chose not to play basketball.
You're right. He chose to have a terrible batting average for a year or so.
I mean, he was decent for a little bit. He had a little stretch.
He did have a stretch. It was in the Last Dance. He had a stretch. They said if he put the time in, you know, put that grind and put the time and effort, it would have been.
Hey, we got to give it to him. Being good enough to play AA baseball
is pretty damn good.
Pretty good.
I don't
think there's any other
Jordan.
There's not any other guys that played NBA and something else though, right? At the same time, like in football, there was those guys obviously like Deion, Bo Jackson. I don't think anybody ever did that in the NBA. So I mean, you gotta give props to MJ just for that alone. But
yeah,
I feel like NFL niggas do it because they don't make enough money in the NFL. Like they be like, I feel like a better bag.
I feel like they do it because they can.
Yeah, their skill sets is just so
they can.
If Deion Sanders, if the contracts weren't like that in baseball, I just feel like he would have gone.
Oh shit, bro! If you threw Deion Sanders in fucking center field, that's insanity right there. I mean,
the best basketball player doesn't need to go play another sport because other sport that I'm probably going to play doesn't pay as much.
Well, he plays an 82-game season. Like,
there's also that. But football is more physically taxing, so you could say that. But again, like the only sport that I can see a basketball player going to play outside of basketball would be football. And why the fuck would he do that?
I mean, but the issue. I see what you're saying, but the issue with that is that, like he said, no basketball player is good enough to be professional on other levels.
LeBron could definitely be a tight end in the NFL, and he's just not going to do that.
But LeBron is the cream of the crop, though. Like
Giannis too. Giannis is athletic enough. If you taught him how to
play,
he's 6'11".
He's 6'11", man. Ain't nobody thinking he's gonna be so uncoordinated.
LeBron is on like the height of, or like the max height of like an
6'11" is too damn tall.
Same thing with Zion. Zion could just go play middle linebacker. Is he? No.
Middle linebacker? No, he can't. He can't be.
He played an edge. He'd be a bomb ass edge.
He would survive in football because a lot of the niggas who play basketball have played football at once in their life.
I don't think he would be bomb.
Hey, Jalen Suggs.
But right, and that would be like him going from the NBA to the NFL. There's just no real point in it.
He couldn't do that if he wanted to, though. He's not good enough. That's the reason why he picked basketball.
Nah, I think he picked basketball because why would you choose football if you're better if you're good at basketball? Unless you're crazy.
They said LeBron could have been the greatest football player.
I mean, if you're crazy, then that's fine. Like Tony Gonzalez was good enough to be. They said he was good enough.
Tony Gonzalez was popular for implementing everything he learned in basketball on the football field.
And he chose football because he's crazy. He didn't choose it because he was smart. That's bad. That's bad choice.
Because
bad choice.
What sounds?
You chose to get your head knocked off or cheaper.
What sounds better? Knowing that he's the best tight end of all time, or being debatable of whether he be Felicio or not? Who knows?
I mean, the greatest tight end of all time probably makes either the same amount or like probably a little less than
AJ.
No, it ain't about the praise. It's about the glory.
Hey, I'm a
What do you mean?
About the bread, it's about the glory. and if he's putting his glory on the line, it's something wrong with him. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh, we know what color he is as well.
I mean, that's all I think. White.
No, I'm just saying if he put his glory to aside.
This isn't my conversation.
Oh, you talking about what oh, anyway, we'll get to that. That'll be like towards the end. But all right, what happened? So we all see how the playoffs is going. I feel like the playoffs has been boring.
Glenn Davis, fuck you. And everything.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Glenn
Davis,
so long. You're a piece of garbage.
Fuck.
I don't know why.
Too. Fuck Perkins. Both of them are bitches.
Talk about my dog Kyrie like that. First of all, he's a lot better than you. One, so you just can't say anything about him. Two, big dog. Didn't somebody make you cry? Your name is Big Baby Davis. Come on, stop.
KG definitely did make him cry.
Hey, well, hold on. Not to mention Glenn Davis. Don't think that we forgot. We caught you in 4K. You're a freaky bastard. You're a freaky bitch.
No, we caught you in your
we
Twitter
caught
likes.
you, nigga. We caught you in your Twitter like she was getting pounded from the back. We seen that. We seen it.
So he stepped on Lucky. Bitch, you cry and you're a horny bastard.
Yeah.
We seen that.
I hate when people speak on injuries and like try to be like condescending. Like, why do you do that? There's just no reason for that.
Trying to be woke about
Speaking of so Kyrie Irving, let's address one specific concept. It's something I like to call letting niggas win in peace.
Oh yes.
Please let niggas win in peace. Support them, show your love to them. If you see so and so doing so and so, and be like, damn, he is just that good. But, however, the moment that I woke up and I saw Trae over Luka on my fucking TikTok is the day I wanted to rip somebody's throat out from their chest. Why would you ever even think to say some shit like that? Why? Cam, can you explain why?
Listen. If you ever come to me and say Trae Young is better than Kyrie Irving, I might have to slap the shit out of you. Respect me.
My thing about this shit is
I'm gonna give you a sweet chin music.
I'm not fucking with. Here's the thing: Trae Young can be in conversations that he wants to be in. I'm fine with that. But my thing is, you were just acting like motherfuckers was just acting like his lack of defense was literally the reason why the Hawks were garbage. And he just had empty stats. I don't know how long ago, like literally a few months ago. He just wasn't better than Ben Simmons.
6 months ago, people still had an issue with taking Trae Young over Ben Simmons.
They did.
Literally.
And look where we are now.
On the court.
Trae Young went from empty stats to
the second best point guard in the world.
No, he went from empty stats to currently the most overrated player in the world.
But there's also
y'all did this.
You did the other thing.
You did this.
There is no such thing as empty stats. The objective is always to win.
Yeah.
Right?
We already know this. That is not real.
But I mean, it's just fucking bullshit how they can just pull this shit out and be like, oh, now it's gonna be Zach LaVine. Now it's gonna be Zach LaVine where they're gonna say Zach LaVine has empty.
You know what's
stats.
crazy about that? We had a discussion in the other chat.
Now it's gonna be like
who was like, oh, Zach LaVine, Cat and Trae Young are really close. First thing somebody's talking about, the way that Trae Young's playmaking elevates his team. Just like, well, you wouldn't have said this last season when they only won 20 games.
You weren't saying that when they were 15 and 20 something this year. Nobody was saying that. You know they were not good when the year started.
They were 14 and 20, and people were talking about like Trae Young not even being a top 8 or 9 point guard. And now
we said Trae Young was better than D Rose. Oh my God. The amount of
and I caught so much hell for that.
Mm-hmm. Trae Young, wait. You telling me people people don't think Trae Young better than D Rose, but these same people would think Trae Young is better than Luka. What do you think? You must think Luka is garbage. You must think Luka is garbage. That's the only
that doesn't make sense. How is Trae Young better than Kyrie, but not D Rose, and both them niggas are better than D Rose?
The funny thing, okay, this is kind of funny. So I made a post today about winning bias. And I said that Zach LaVine is top 3 at his position. You just got to like look through the winning bias to realize that. And a dude said, nah, Donovan Mitchell's better.
Bro, how can you?
It's winning bias.
I don't.
It's winning bias, bro. He's not. Donovan Mitchell's not.
No, no, because you have to remember our list. We're going by consensus, right? Because they control the consensus, and the issue is when the consensus changes so drastically so quickly. Consensus was that Zach LaVine was a top 4 or 5 shooting guard last season. It wasn't consensus. People had D-Book and Mitchell over him. They had Harden, because he was shooting guard last season. Some people think if you're going off last season, it was Harden, Beal,
and then D-Book, Mitchell, and Zach. But those three,
because PG was worse than all of us that season.
The thing is those three, to me at least, were always interchangeable. If you said Zach was better than Booker, I'd be like, no, I mean, you could say that. Or if you said he was at the front and Book was second, or however you flip it, you could say those things. It's always been that. But this year, Zach just played better than all of them. Like, he just played better than both of them.
Yeah.
Like, so I don't even understand where your argument is anymore. Because it's not, respectfully, Zach kind of extended the gap where it's like, this is not as close as it was last year, because he's just doing a lot better than them.
And the other thing is,
he's doing everything better than all of them.
If we want to use that, I should be able to comfortably say that Donovan Mitchell is better than Devin Booker.
No, if you say that, I don't think that's crazy. I wouldn't say that. But if you say that and be like, it's comfortable, I would say, okay.
I would ask why you think that, but I wouldn't be like, okay. I would just be like, yeah.
It's fine because, they're pretty close. And if you feel like Donovan is like, the gap between their defense is pretty, astronomical, then that's just very facts. So there's that. But with Zach, it's just like, he just managed to do everything better than them this year.
And I would say,
mixed up.
I would say the projection of winning too. Like the thought that, these guys might win soon. Because as soon as the Bulls got Vooch, the whole the tide shifted on Zach LaVine for a little while there. Everybody was like, oh my goodness, Zach LaVine's gonna lead them to like the second round or something like that. Like Zach LaVine's gonna do all this kind of stuff. And right now they're out of the playoffs, and this exact same thing is starting up again, where people are hating on him for not winning. But it's just like it could happen with any team. Somebody could bring in somebody brand new, a superstar. There'll be this big expectation, and if they fall short on that, it doesn't have to be their fault. If they still fall short on it, they're gonna get slandered for it. Like,
hey, you know what's crazy about that? You know what's funny about that? First time in 18 years, we just saw that happen to LeBron.
Yeah, exactly.
LeBron is no longer the best in the league for most people because he did not make the finals or because he got knocked out in the first round. There's no other logical explanation besides that.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Curry, I love Curry, and he's been playing well, but he didn't get any better.
But on that same note, however, saying that Curry isn't considered one of the best players in the league, or isn't considered the best player in the league, you can't say, it's because he missed the playoffs. Like,
no.
There are 5
people.
Exactly.
You can't use that because Curry didn't. Because just as LeBron got knocked out in the first round, LeBron is the reason that Curry isn't in the playoffs at all.
Yeah, exactly.
So it doesn't make sense.
It's just like winning bias, just like the fact that people hold winning so highly in regard, like Jimmy Butler going to the finals last year. Like every single NBA player has been affected by this at one point in their career. And it's just not fair to the true talent that people are putting out.
This season is a complete reversal of last season. Complete.
Yeah, that's what I said. You're seeing the teams that got the most time, like it's starting to show.
I mean like with narratives. Trae Young, D-Book, MP stats.
Yeah, they're completely different.
Now D-Book's just the best shooting
LeBron guard. Is no longer the best in the league because he didn't make the playoffs. I just had one in my head and I lost it. Jimmy Butler and Ben Simmons are now. Okay, let me chill on Jimmy Butler. Ben Simmons is the worst player in the NBA.
Kyle Kuzma.
And Jimmy Butler in your top 15 right now looks fucking ridiculous.
But when I said that,
but it's crazy how what we think is consistent depending on no matter what happens in the year. But hey, your shit gonna keep changing all around because the NBA is crazy. But
I will not forget saying that, and they put it on TikTok, and people put me on blast about it when I said Butler was not top 15. Like people just put me on blast.
Right now, if Jimmy Butler was in your top 15, your top 15 looks crazy.
Like and what about Jimmy Butler last year and Jimmy Butler this year has drastically changed.
Jimmy Butler, listen, he went from his worst statistical season since some of his days in Chicago, which made him top 10, by the way. Went from that, had a better statistical regular season, was awful in the playoffs because he can't score for shit. And now it is consensus that Jimmy Butler is borderline top 15.
Which he's always been.
Exactly. Like people are realizing you're good, but you're not as good as we thought.
If I put Devin Booker on that Miami Heat team last year, they're going to the finals.
If they play exactly how they play,
they're going
to probably.
Yeah.
Like you gotta start looking at individual skill sets eventually here. You can't just say,
man, bro.
You can't just say yeah.
You don't think that the what's it called? The Heat would love to have someone that can score over 22 a game. They don't have that, bro. They don't have that.
Well, they thought
they don't have someone that can consistently score 20. Let alone D-Book who can get 25.
But Tyler Hero has to play starting minutes. You can't do that coming off.
Cam, are you putting pants on?
What are you doing?
I have on shorts. I'm putting on pajama pants. I'm cold.
You're in South Carolina.
I live in a home.
I live in a home.
He said I live in a home.
But a lot of things were said, but none of them were lies.
Yeah. It's just like I said, I literally reiterated my point of Trae Young being better than MVP D Rose. And the thing that people said was, whoa, you got to relax. Derrick Rose led his team to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Oh, damn.
Mind you, I reiterated this like a couple of days ago. Which is a couple of days. It was like a week ago, or he wasn't in the Eastern Conference Finals yet. But he was like 2-3 games away. It was very well into the Sixers Hawks series. And I'm like, he's just playing better in the playoffs, period. And then I asked, well, now he's in the Eastern Conference Finals. What else do you have to say? The Bulls weren't as good. They would love to have somebody as good as Clint Capella. I'm like, huh? Like, were the Bulls not just the number one defense in the league?
Yeah.
Did the Bulls in 2013 not make the playoffs?
Until the Heat. The funny thing about that is that up until the Heat, the Bulls that did not face anyone nearly as good as the 2021 76ers.
They sure didn't. And did the 2013 Bulls not just go to the playoffs without him, and they were relatively the same unit? Oh.
Sound like that third coach of the year thing not sounding crazy.
And I said this. Now I don't know if this is wrong or right because I'm not super into the Bulls' history, but I said Zach LaVine is the third best Bull ever. Like I don't think there's another nigga better than him.
There's only one person better than him.
No, I don't really know how because Scotty was really good. I think Scotty gets weird hate for not being as good as he was, but Scotty was really fucking good.
Scotty's been off the fucking rails this week.
Yeah, but I will say we're gonna talk about Scotty and how he just was on the money earlier. But
Oh
we're gonna
my
talk about that in a
god.
minute. We'll talk about that in a minute. But
Man.
Scotty, I think, was still so good. So if you say Zach's better than Scotty, I'm not tripping, but he's either 2 or 3. There's no debate about it to me.
From a skill perspective, he's better.
But he's either 2 or 3. You can debate it all. You can debate him and Scotty, and it can go on for a little bit. I wouldn't, but I was respectful and put 3. I was respectful.
Oh no! What did you tell me? You told me fucking Artist Gilmore.
That's what they said, and I'm like, I'm not really trying to hear that, right? But this is who they were really saying. Okay, I got a comment that said, "Chicago Bulls D Wade."
Oh.
Chicago Bulls Rajon Rondo, Joakim Noah, and Dennis Rodman are all better than Zach LaVine.
Oh, Joakim Noah.
Then when I reacted to a comment and said, yeah, it was a song where it was like, "Is it crack you smoke?" And I can go to the comments and everybody thinks Prime Rondo was just better than Zach LaVine and Bradley Beal. Both of them.
Oh yeah, that's just insane.
It's just winning bias. It's just fucking.
Listen, I'm not.
Fuck.
I'm not a super crazy. You good?
What just happened? I don't know if I feel too comfortable now.
Raptor, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good. Let's run it.
Bro, I'm about to go to this video and I'm gonna find the comments.
Okay,
hey,
but
we should. This is a proposal, by the way. We should make like a little like an episode one time, and literally just act like those dudes that literally. What are they called? The account we were talking about last time.
Oh my gosh!
We should just make a video.
My God.
We can't do podcast beef, bro.
Oh,
well, hey.
We can't do podcast beef. But hey,
them niggas that be on podcasts like Cade is just way better than Tony Parker has ever been. What are you talking about?
No, not them.
Hey, Julian, better than Magic Johnson has ever been.
Hey, Julian Newman could score 45 in the 80s, bro.
Oh, I thought you were talking about.
No, we're not talking about them. Them dudes, because they don't really have bad takes. They just be arguing and be wrong about what they're arguing about. But the dudes we talk,
their takes are bad.
But at least they're educated bad takes.
You're not going to tell me Blake Griffin's worse than Draymond. But
there's an education about there's educated argument behind that.
No,
how can you ever say Cade is better than Jason Kidd?
How could you ever say Draymond?
You can though.
No,
you can say if you value defense, you can say
those
that.
Other guys are the people that we're talking about. Like the
you can
guys
say
that
that,
on the
Cam.
podcast, that's satire, baby.
It has to be satire.
It's comedic. It's comedic. You can't tell me you don't watch the video and don't laugh. It's funny.
I laugh.
Whether they mean it or not,
I'm gonna be honest.
whether they mean it or not is redundant because if they mean it, we don't listen to them. They're fucking stupid.
I'm not saying I'm gonna be honest. I've never laughed. I've always just been like, "What the and I just scroll.
No, I always laugh at their shit.
Cap.
On right-handed guy. I'm like,
you telling me you never laughed when he said
no, because I'm like,
Lauri Markkanen is
you didn't laugh when he said Lauri Markkanen was better than
I literally said, "What the fuck?" and
that shit alone is funnier than anything that's been on late night TV in like 3 years, bro.
That shit,
that
shit was not funny. I'm just like, every time I see it, I'm like, "Are these niggas serious?" And I just scroll.
You're lying, bro. I don't care what you say. You're lying.
I swear that shit was not. And it's not like I'm like being extra serious. It's just when I heard it, my first reaction was to be like, "What the fuck?" And I didn't watch it again. I just scrolled by it. But like I said, the Blake Griffin Draymond thing, it's wrong. But at least you can make a statement where the statement you say to defend yourself, like, makes sense as you say it. What the fuck are you gonna say if somebody says, Cade Cunningham is better than Jason Kidd probably ever was.
That's all.
There's just nothing to say about that.
It is satire, and again, if it's not satire, that's someone that we just don't listen to.
Yeah, but anyway, we're not even gonna start that because they know they're bullshitting.
They're funny though, and I definitely have given y'all a follow. Y'all are funny as hell.
Cameron Payne's better than Devin Booker.
Apparently,
I mean, Frank Kaminsky is just better than Kareem. So
Frank Kaminsky is just better than Bill Russell.
I mean, and they didn't say that. Somebody else said that.
Devin Booker apparently is just better than Kobe has ever been at some point.
Yeah, that's the one that made me mad. It
didn't even make me mad. It gave me the same reaction. What the fuck are you niggas talking about? What is happening?
There's also this dude that's been popping up on my For You page recently. I don't even know his username because like I'll just scroll past videos. I'm like, what the fuck are you saying?
It's not OG.
It's not. No.
Oh, my boy Chilltown. That's a good.
Hey, we got to get that man on the pod.
I
that
swear.
Shit is.
He's so hard to get a hold of.
Jalen Rose, you weren't that good.
That shit was so. And apparently he didn't mean that. Like he forgot to say something. But I didn't know that.
I seen the video. He said, "Jalen Rose, you weren't that good."
First off, Jalen Rose,
you were phenomenal.
Good.
No, but in the video that I did, he didn't say that. Because I remember somebody adding me in the comment where he said, I forgot to say he was phenomenal. So the original video just goes, first of all, I like to say, Jalen Rose is not good. And then he just starts talking about LeBron. So it was like, whoa, what? You just docked him like that.
I don't know what it is, but his camera angle, bro. And like he's got this.
It's a real Facebook camera angle.
It's like this, and then he's got like this little delay, like at like 2 or 3 seconds every video where he has like he just sits there. He's like
him saying that Jalen Rose was phenomenal. It's great cap though. It's great.
No,
cap.
he was talking about his what does he do? His sport casting ability. His analysis. Like he likes the way Jalen Rose analyzes NBA players. He's really good at that.
About that. Did y'all hear what Jalen Rose said earlier?
What did he say?
What did he say?
He said that he was quote unquote ashamed of the U.S. Olympic picking because Kevin Love was the only white person on there, and they're scared to make an all-black Olympic team.
Ooh.
Raptor, why are you muted? No, I can't answer your face.
I don't feel comfortable in race conversations.
No, I just thought it was like.
But here's.
I don't know if you're reaching or not, because it's like.
I'll say you're not. I can't say that you're wrong.
He's a two-time.
I can't say that you're wrong, but I will not say that you're right. Because, man, outside of Luka, there is no white man on any billboards of the NBA across the world.
Right, but but I think he's speaking on more of representing Team USA.
I know, but I feel like,
and they did reach for Kevin Love because that was
It's because he was a former Olympian. Yeah. It was because he was a former Olympian, but it kind of reminds me of the Jay Williams thing, where Jay Williams is like, "This is the first black coach in Celtics history."
Well, he was just wrong.
But yeah, Jalen Rose.
What's his name? I'm an RP. He actually did. I'm sorry.
But in 2016,
Doc Rivers was just a Celtics coach too.
But in 2016, it was an all-black team in Rio. Like, it's been done before. Like,
so
Rio get canceled though?
No, Rio was good. Rio was fine.
No, a lot of people didn't go to Rio because they were
because of Zika.
Because of Zika, but still, like, they still fielded a really good team for 2016.
They were. I mean, he was just wrong. Now, was he wrong in his sentiment? Probably not. You know, I mean, probably
if he was wrong, then he was wrong in his settlement. If it already happened, then his whole point is wrong.
It's true. Now, let's talk about who wasn't wrong. Let's talk about that. So let me find the article. The article we are about to talk about Phil Jackson.
Oh Lord.
Okay, so Jacob, everybody, if they're not hip, these two are hip. Jacob, you're not hip. This isn't gonna. I'm just gonna say it. So Scottie Pippen came out and said that Phil Jackson was racist.
Oh yeah, this thing, yeah.
Now I am gonna be real. I didn't call cap But I'm like, this is like out of nowhere. I don't know if I really believe you, Scotty Dare Pippen, right? Now listen. Now
listen well, because this shit is ridiculous.
This is a excerpt from Phil Jackson's book that he wrote in 1975.
Okay, I'm ready.
Listen this.
I'm ready. Hit me.
Fans, listen to us. White players are more often to run patterns and to work collectively. You know, that's, you know, hey, we can live with that. You know, that's not too bad, right? Because of the predominance of blacks in pro basketball, the sport is rapidly disintegrating into a one-on-one sport. There are only 5 or 6 NBA teams who play with more than a superficial degree of team unity. And he goes on to keep saying the starting front court played white basketball while the guards played, guess what? Black basketball, which is crazy. Then he said, then he gets in his bag. Black kids growing up want to be the superstar of their neighborhood. They want to be the toughest kids on the block, the richest, or once they get to the playground, the best one-on-one basketball players. White kids, on the other hand, usually are raised in a more homogeneous environment, which provides other outlets for personal expression. They're also constantly being taught the principle of subordinating their own personal glory for the good of the group. Now, you may think, hey, that's bad, but it was 1975.
Let me punch in right here. Let me punch in right here. When we first when we first talked about this, am I still here?
Yeah, you're here.
Okay. When we first talked about this, the first part was an issue, but it wasn't like blatant racism because you were incorrect in different ways. It wasn't like, you know, nothing crazy. But this part coming up right here.
But this even like
is the most blatantly racist shit I've heard in a minute.
But also it's 2020, it's the middle of 2021. If I hear a white person refer to somebody as the blacks, like you just immediately you're like yeah, that's just racist.
Whoever's watching this and just on our Discord, please take that out of context. Thank you.
Hey, big dog.
Listen. So I'm not saying we give him a pass because we don't give anybody passes, but it was 1975. So the vernacular of what he was saying, you know, that wasn't crazy to say. You get what I'm saying? But here's where it gets grimy.
This shit is crazy. This shit is crazy.
This is October of 1999. You know, there are certain things that we know you cannot say. He says, I don't mean to say that as a snide, which he can, I guess somebody asked him about the comments in his book or something, or they asked him something. And he said, I don't mean to say that as a snide remark toward a certain population in our society, but they have a limitation of their attention span.
Called us stupid.
A lot, and here's where it comes from. A lot of it probably due to the rap music going in their ears and coming out of their being. Now, that's not it. The same month, but in 2005, this is what he said. Hold on. He said, when asked about the dress code of the NBA, he said, I think it's important that the players take their end of it, get out of the prison garb and the thuggery aspect of basketball that has come along with hip hop music in the last 7 or 8 years. Scottie Pippen was just right. Scottie Pippen, long-nosed Scottie Pippen, was just right on the money.
God damn it, Pip. Because literally Pippen earlier this week said that shit about KD. Oh my God. And I just thought like he was going crazy or some shit. And then he said
he's
that
right on the money. And
he said that thing today, and I think everybody read it as like, oh my God, Pippen, you're being crazy again. Thank you.
Cash.
Thank you.
From 40 feet. Butter. He was right because that's racist. In 1975, it's what you said, insensitive, but you were a white man in 1975. The words you were saying were wild, but you still felt like that, and it was 2005. Like, I was alive in 2005.
Me as well.
Me too. I was just born.
We were all here.
Yeah.
2005. He called our dress code thuggery. That's what he said.
Well,
so I can only imagine what he thinks the dress code is now.
He ain't like the Rockaware?
The Rockaware and the Sean John was pure thuggery.
He ain't like the Sean John.
He did not.
He ain't like the Echo?
He said for who and by who? Them? No, sir.
He said.
Yeah, it's just.
For blacks by blacks, apparently. And he wasn't wrong. And I just want to say, Scotty, we give you prayers because he definitely did just have, has a son that passed away, and that's really sad. He did? I hope, he did.
Yeah, last week I heard something about that.
Oh man, I didn't even know that.
I hope everything's okay. What'd you say, Cameron?
I think he's just having a hard time. That's why.
Which is fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, definitely understand. I think
but this hard time allowed him to expose the truth.
He exposed Big Dog.
Because
he's been on some stuff.
Phil,
you were in your I don't like the blacks bag. You were in your bag. You
still be in your bag.
But here's the thing, though.
A low attention span because of that rap music. Oh my God.
But how can you coach 3 of the guys that are considered some of the best to ever step on a court? They're all
know how Michael Jackson feels.
3?
Michael Jordan, my bad.
More than that, yeah, tons of superstars, NBA players. How can you coach them? How can you coach them and say, they got some. It's
I mean, maybe he thought they were one of the good ones. Just maybe.
Nah, he had the Bulls listening to some jazz. He said, "You like jazz? Stupid ass."
And Michael Jordan didn't really like rap music, so
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They probably shared the same opinion. Now, Kobe was all about his business. They probably didn't have much of a friendship as they put forward to the media.
I mean, you watched the Last Dance. You seen that Phil was he was enamored with some Native American thing.
Yeah.
And at the end of the documentary, he was they had them burn papers and something.
Oh, sage? Was he burning sage?
He burned.
He was just burning sage.
But they did write something on a paper.
It's they write something on paper and they threw it in the fire before he finished in whatever year that was, 98.
But it's just, man, Phil, you were in your bag, and that's crazy. That's unfortunate, and he's gonna get a lot of hate for that. Now, the comment from Scotty's been going viral, but the articles haven't been.
Yeah.
Well, it's because Scotty's just been on a tear this week, so it's just adding fuel to the fire that's already going there.
But Twitter will catch up with those articles.
Oh, yeah, Twitter will.
And as soon as they do, woof.
Yeah.
Woof. It's gonna get real ugly. But let's talk about something more positive though. Since we haven't been on here for a while, this episode is probably gonna be a little longer, and I want to have some fun. Pause, because I feel like that's weird to say with 4 men in a Zoom. But anyway.
And one is underaged. Freaky back.
Yeah. Are you a groomer?
Are you a groomer?
Not.
Hey, you know what? I'm not going to. You know what? Fuck y'all. Fuck you and fuck TikTok, because TikTok thinks I am for whatever reason.
Oh yeah, they think he's just
Okay. Story time, because my followers didn't even get to see this video because he got gone quick. This kid, a Giannis stan, by the way, which comes to my point, why Giannis fans are crazy. He goes in my comments and says, No one likes you or your content. I see why your like to comment ratio is like this. I go to this page. I have more likes than him on 3 times less videos. Like he has 3 times as many videos as I do, and I have more likes than him. I'm like, yeah, he like pause. He finna get it. Like I'm finna roast this nigga. I pull up one video. The kid doesn't have his shirt on, and he's just like, him and his white friend are like rubbing red shit on each other. So I go to roast him off this video post. I'm trying to copy the link to send it in Discord. I got the same little message. Still under review. And that's when I knew that shit is gonna go. It goes, not muted, not that shit is gone. Reason, minor safety. Minor safety.
They called him one of those.
I read the fine print because my mom's an accountant. You gotta read the fine print, my nigga.
I'd say
Shady's in the live. I miss you.
Content. TikTok does not what's the word? Condone content that is predatory or grooming towards children. So I guess me roasting him with his shirt off was me being a predator.
Crazy.
TikTok doesn't like the blacks.
And my page has not been the same since. So fuck you, TikTok, and thanks.
Fuck you and everything you stand for, you racist
bitch.
All right. Let's get back to what Zay was saying earlier, because we've been sidetracking a ton today.
We definitely have. Where do you guys think Dame is going? Jay Bridges, go ahead. Give me your opinion on where you think Damian Lillard is going to go.
Back to that ranky ass soil.
My first thought.
Well, how about this? Where you want him to go and where you think he's realistically going to go?
Where I want him to go? I want him to go to the Sixers.
Okay. You could just have the same answer for the realistic one too.
Realistically, well,
that's extremely.
That's not realistic. The way that the Sixers
give them enough young players.
Yeah, they're not going to give up Ben Simmons at some.
So realistically, I actually think he might still be in
Portland. Loyal to the soil.
He's loyal to that damn soil, bro.
That's like superstar level point guard. Is not something that's
he's
that it's not really there in the league like for like winning teams right now. No winning team is like if outside of the Sixers, of course. If only we had a superstar point guard.
The Lakers.
I guess. He didn't make the finals, but I didn't think he died.
What do you mean?
I guess LeBron ain't a superstar.
I guess LeBron not a superstar point guard.
Well, I mean, he just they would be in need of a true point guard. Not that he's not a superstar.
But Dame is. If they can get Dame, that's a blessing, and the league should be ashamed of themselves if they let that happen.
Like Dame and Kyrie. Like LeBron would be able to fit with them, like how he did with Kyrie. Like he just, not play as much PG.
Need like.
Yeah, they don't. There's not any. Yeah, there's not a.
There's no need for that. But if it happens, it would be crazy. And like I said, any GM should be a damn ashamed of themselves if they let that happen.
Yeah. Okay, Jacob Rapp.
Realistically, first off, I think he just stays in Portland. His asking price is going to be way too high. But I'd love him to go to Philly, and I think a sleeper team to take him would be Utah. Yeah,
I don't like that.
Went to college in Utah. Clearly, it seems like they need a second option scoring behind Donovan Mitchell or a first option. They got the defense taken care of with Rudy Gobert. They already have insane depth.
They do.
I think you package Mike Conley couple rotational players on expiring contracts, and
don't let Mike Conley finish his days in Portland, man.
And 3 or 4 picks.
Don't send Joe Ingles over there. That's the cold.
I'm not saying Joe Ingles. I'm saying maybe a package of like Clarkson, because once you get Dame, you don't need Clarkson anymore.
I don't need him.
That's somewhat true.
Clarkson, Conley, somebody else, and 3 or 4 first-round picks, and you just roll with that.
Crazy price. Good Lord, that's.
I just don't want to do that for his mental health. Like, just don't go to Utah. Just
Oh yeah, no, I agree. I don't want him to go to Utah, but I think it's really realistic, and they all want him there because he played college ball at Weber State, which is in Utah. So
okay, Cameron.
I think he's staying there. Where do I want him to go? Personally, I want him to be with the GOAT, LeBron James, but he's going to be at that ranky ass.
That's the difference, though. Some people are like, "Oh, bro, like Dame's asking price is like 4 or 5 picks, and like you need another star or something else in there." And then here's Lakers fans with a fucking trade offer of KCP, Kuz, and 5 first-rounders saying, "Shit, this is gonna work." No, it's not. It's not gonna work. Nobody's gonna take that for Dame. Like, NBA fans are so biased when it comes time to make a mock draft for their team or a mock trade for their team. It's just hilarious. Like, nobody can.
I think you have to throw in, if you're gonna, you'd have to throw in Trez, and you have to give Portland THT.
You have to.
Just because that's young capital for in THT's part.
Yeah.
Like, you'd have to. Like, they wouldn't accept it if THT wasn't a part of all those players, because you're just giving them a bunch of vets for no reason and no nothing. Like, you're going to give them picks and a young guy, because at the end of the day, once Portland trades Dame, there's no shot at them winning anything. So
if I'm the Lakers, I'd almost rather just fucking build defensive depth and get shooters.
Yeah, because they're not bad. They need to get rid of Dennis.
Yeah.
He just didn't live up to what he was supposed to do.
I'd rather them
to get rid of Montrez too.
I'd rather them take on 3 contracts that are like elite 3-and-D guys than just Dame. Like, no offense to Dame either. I think it just fits their team much better, considering you literally have Anthony Davis and LeBron James. So I mean,
my where I want him to go may be very different. It is very different from like where a lot of people want him to go. I would like to see him in Chicago.
I had seen some stuff about that. Who said something? Somebody said something.
I think him, Zach, and Vooch, and if they, can figure out how to make small signs, that would be a little better. I feel like Kobe White, you probably just have to go. He probably.
RIP Zach and Kobe. That's crazy.
I feel like that Vooch is gonna have to go though in a trade like that, just with how.
Yeah, probably, because they don't have a lot of young talent to
be honest, that's almost better for him. I feel like.
Yeah, getting rid of Vooch while you can.
Offensively too, like it's just gonna be. No offense to them, I think it's just gonna be too much offense.
You can get Dame and something else for Vucevic, like not anything crazy, but you can. Vucevic is like good for the Blazers because he's still kind of young and he's not bad.
Oh yeah, he's
something to build around.
He's like 28, 29. You could throw him in there.
So you can give up, like, I don't know, doesn't that one kid play for Portland? Derrick Jones Jr.
Yeah, that's good 3-and-D right there too.
That nigga's pretty athletic. Good though.
He's pretty athletic.
He's a good athlete. He'll help you more than he hurts you.
Where do you think he's gonna go, Zay?
I think he's probably gonna stay. He's either gonna go to LA or he's gonna stay in Portland. I don't know how LA pulls this off, but he wants to go to LA. And
I've been seeing people say they would give up Anthony Davis for Dame, and that just seems
that's ridiculous.
Dumb. That's just dumb.
That's stupid. You're just getting a worse player.
A significantly worse player. I don't like that's a tier or two below between those two.
Word.
AJ PG can't be stopped right now. But I thought he was ass.
What happened?
You said PG's doing what?
He can't be stopped
right now. He had 20 in the third.
Damn.
And
he's at 30. Oh my goodness.
10 minutes tonight.
31 on 12 of 16 shooting right now. 3 of 5 from 3.
PG love to step up when his back is completely against the wall. Like, God, but you just didn't have to let it get here. That's the whole problem. Like, you're the reason why your back is here, and now you're like working from behind.
Yeah, realistically, these guys should be the ones that are up 3-1 at this point.
Yeah, they should.
They should have won game 2 comfortably. They should have won game 4. Like,
and both in which were PG's doing.
I don't know, man. I was really like after that sweep, I was really riding the Nuggets high. Pause. Heading into the finals. But now I'm just seeing a completely different Nuggets team. They look completely different. They aren't shooting well. Like, I think Booker's injury is hurting them.
I mean, it's kind of hard to see the Nuggets when they're not playing.
You mean the Suns? That's who you meant to say? You said
Oh,
the Nuggets
shit.
like 3 times.
Oh, my God. I'm an idiot. Oh, my
Devin
brain's
Booker
gone.
is not playing well. And I knew he broke his nose. I'm like, yeah, that thing broke.
He has 30 right now.
Yeah, he's got 31 on 9 of 18 shooting.
Which is 50. That's actually really good. He's stepping up this season. I mean, this series. But all right. So let's do this. I feel like it's fair to start this now. We're gonna start the awards. We're gonna start our award predictions right now. I feel like nobody's starting it. Let's go
For next year?
Next season?
Next.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
Okay.
All right.
We want to get ours out there early before people start trying to. There's no narratives. There's nothing. Like, we're going off what we think.
Okay, I feel that.
I like this.
MVP, Cam. Who do you think is going to be the MVP this year and why? Next year and why?
LeBron, until he can break the record for the oldest MVP.
So that's the narrative you feel like they're going to go with. That he's going to play well because he's LeBron and we all know what he's going to do, and that's what's going to be like the driving.
Overcoming adversity too.
Heard you. And he changed his number that'll add to it. I get where you're going. Then we'll just do the awards one by one. Jay Bridges, MVP.
Excuse me.
Man, that's a good MVP right there.
He just said Jokic, basically.
That was actually really funny.
I think that with, my man Cameron made some excellent points. I think LeBron will win it, but I'm gonna say KD gonna be back in the conversation.
Okay.
I mean, KD surprisingly has more than KD fans right now.
Mm-hmm.
There are more than just KD fans supporting KD right now, because we all remember at one point you were either a KD fan or you weren't a KD fan. You was like, KD's, whatever.
KD is getting the Kawhi treatment right now.
I don't want to say Kawhi treatment. Kawhi,
when it comes to where people who just don't like LeBron are clinging to Kevin Durant.
But that's been like that forever.
No,
but they're clinging like he's the best in the world now. Like, it's like no debate.
No, they say Curry though. They say Curry KD.
Those are weirdos. Those aren't people.
No, I mean like people are like genuinely impressed what he did in that series. The Bucks series, almost single-handedly pulled them out of that, which is insane. I think he has a newfound love in some of the hearts of NBA fans, and I think that can push him to a nice MVP conversation next season.
Okay. Jacob, MVP. Who you got?
It's either going to be Luka or Steph. It's whoever finishes higher in the standings.
I think Steph is going to take a year off in terms of going that hard.
I mean,
with basketball.
Steph's going to get Clay back, which I don't think Clay is going to be anything like he was ever.
But we definitely see Stephen Curry not play like he played this year.
I can't see Steph average 32 again.
So let me ask you this. Do you think the Warriors get a free agent? Any of the free agents?
I think they make a trade. I don't know who for.
So you think they get someone?
First off, hold on one thing though before this. If any of you motherfuckers that are watching this think that Dame going to Golden State is a good idea.
Anyways,
you're a dumbass.
You're a fucking idiot.
Anyways.
Back to the productive conversation.
Right. Anyways.
I just think that here's what I think. I think that Steph's gonna he needs to just put up 30 a night. The Warriors need to win 4. They're gonna get to the 4th seed. They're gonna be like, oh my God, look at this turnaround from Steph Curry. He doesn't even have to do what he did last year. They'll just be like, oh shit, look what he's done. And they'll give it to him. And I think it's kind of the same case with Luka. Like it'll just be like, oh man, Luka Doncic single-handedly carried this team with Kristaps Porzingis on his team. Like they're just gonna be like all over him.
The problem is with that is nobody really wants to talk about this, but Steph played elite basketball, right? Not questioning that. Steph was only in the play-in because of protocols. The Grizzlies were just better than them. And the Grizzlies, if they pick up somebody, are still better than them.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
I have come
Did the Grizzlies
that,
ever play like those 10, 15 games that they didn't play?
I don't think so.
What do you mean?
There's like 2 straight weeks where the Grizzlies didn't play at all.
They had to play all their games, end of the day.
But that's the thing, like, even if they did,
how did they play them games?
They played them
a lot of
back-to-backs, and that's the issue. That you're gonna if you have back-to-backs that frequent, you're gonna lose. I feel like you're gonna lose more than you win. Yeah. There's just no way unless you play guard.
Hey, and they still beat the Warriors.
Yeah, so that team's just better. But I think Stephen Curry is good enough to do that. I'm not saying that he can't. I'm just saying that these are things that we have to remember. My MVP, I might have to go with Jay Bridges and go KD. I think they're going to be the best team in the world. They're going to be breaking all kinds of scoring records, efficiency records. They're just going to go crazy. Like, if they're all healthy and KD's going to be the leading scorer, it's going to be between KD and James Harden, and I think James Harden KD's going to get it. Because if they're all healthy and they're playing, I think they're going to come out next year playing all of next season because they feel like they have to.
You saying they're going to come up with that chip on their shoulder?
With the chip on their shoulder. And we just, why? I'm not ready to see that. Like, I'm just not. But it's going to happen, so.
Okay. Next award. What's the next award? That Depoy?
Depoy.
I
don't even give a fuck about that award anymore, but.
Yeah, honestly don't. I'll just throw someone random out there. Let's see.
I'm going to go Bam Adebayo.
I agree.
Just because I think he should have won it this year. Him or Ben Simmons. Nobody likes Ben Simmons, so he's not winning anything next year.
Him or AD?
You think AD's
going to
come back defensively?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think AD's going to finally get his Depoy.
Who else we got?
My dark horse is Miles Turner.
I like that.
Yeah, he's really good, but people think that the Pacers should blow it up and go young.
Oh, my God.
The young Pacers should blow it up.
The Pacers have 3 top 10 players that are all under 25, or arguably top 10.
Yeah.
Because Brogdon is arguably top 10. Karis LeVert is arguably top 10.
Brogdon's 28, bro.
Not Brogdon. Karis, Sabonis, and Miles Turner.
Okay.
Sorry.
Sabonis, Miles are
Karis is borderline top 10. Sabonis is top 10. Miles Turner is top 10 in the FC.
Mm-hmm. And Brogdon is still
borderline is arguably top 10.
He's just 28. Well, okay. Who did you say, Jay Bridges?
I said I'm going to go AD.
Okay. Jacob?
Bam.
All right. Most improved.
This is the straight toss-up.
KPJ.
That's what I was going to say. I think it's going to be Kevin Porter Jr.
I don't even think it's going to be.
Actually, that you said that. Actually, no.
I think it's going to be one of his teammates.
I was going to say Kenyon Martin, but I don't think that's enough last season.
Kenyon Martin.
For him to be like most improved.
Yeah.
Well, I think that Kenyon Martin's going to go from averaging 7 or 8 points to 20, 22.
Yeah, I think I said actually. You know what? I'll leave that. Kenyon Martin's gonna be my hot take for this episode, so I'll leave that for
Yes,
later.
sir.
But outside of that, since this award prediction is basically fucking random,
Based on nothing. But what you think?
I say this award is so fucking stupid. It's just what random player can I guess that's gonna go crazy?
You really have to base it on who you think is a good basketball player and how they're going to be implemented when they play. Now, I just think no one's taking the ball out of KPJ's hands this next season. Yeah. Nobody.
They're about to treat him like he's better than Christian. Because he's a guard.
Damn.
KPJ is the only right answer.
I mean, I just want to have 4 KPJ answers.
KPJ or MPJ?
Oh, yeah, I forgot about MAGA.
I mean, MPJ just had a really good season, unless you think he's going to go for like 25. That would be crazy if he did, though.
Instead of 1 quarter.
He went for what, 25 a game?
No, not. I'm saying, like, unless you think he is.
I think he could. I don't know if he will.
I can't think of no teams right now. All of a sudden.
All right, let's go Jacob Rapp while we wait.
What are we doing?
Most improved.
Shit.
Die for those Christians.
Die for those Christians.
Yeah. Say that in good faith.
I'm listening. Something missing.
Damn. You know, I'm gonna do this.
Are you doing the dude with the suit? Yeah, he's funny as hell.
Oh. Okay.
Mike, updating.
Y'all ready? Miles Bridges.
Yes, sir.
He popped a bean in the club and now he
the best.
I don't think it's gonna work because he's gonna be unless he's gonna start starting. I don't think it'll work.
Miles Bridges is gonna start starting.
A lot.
His production's gonna increase. He will become the second option on the Charlotte Hornets.
Hey, I think you forgot some white man just died on that team, and he's well and alive. So
Mega Hayward is too busy fucking gaming.
He definitely is playing Warzone a lot.
Dungeons
and
Dragons.
Actually, that gave me mine. Give me Daniel Gafford from the Wizards. The center of the Wizards.
I'm not mad.
What about Thomas Bryant when he,
I don't know what's going to happen.
Thomas Bryant can't play defense, bro.
He definitely can't, but Flight is really good on the pick and roll.
He is. Kendrick can set himself a pick.
Kendrick is really good on the pick and roll.
But all right, so we got MIP out the way.
6 man.
6 man of the year. I feel like it's just
the white.
Gonna be. Who?
I don't know. I was just joking. I said Joe Ingles.
I agree. Joe Ingles got robbed this year. I mean, it just has to happen next year.
Anyways, the man just started like 35 games.
We're going to forget about those, all right? Should have been his award.
But apparently, when you're not a high-level scorer as a 6 man, you're just not the best 6 man in the league.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Spencer Dinwiddie.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It's a good pick. It's a really good pick.
I was going to go Jordan Clarkson again because
back to back.
Like I think the Nets are going to break scoring scoring records, and Spencer Dinwiddie is going to be their 6th.
I don't think Spencer Dinwiddie's going to be there next season.
Who do you think they're going to?
They don't have enough cap to bring him back. I think they'd bring back Blake Griffin.
Give me contract. Actually, I got mine. Give me Does Gary Trent Jr. start?
No, I like that. I like that a lot.
I don't think so.
Gary Trent Jr.
Excuse me.
With Toronto, with how bad Toronto is.
Shout out to my new fan base out there, gang. You know.
Yeah, your team sucks, Day.
My new six
Your team is terrible.
Don't think that we don't know that you picked the Raptors just because they're probably gonna get Jalen Green. You freaky bastard.
I picked the Raptors because my favorite player got drafted there.
You freaky bastard. No, you chose them because there's a very strong feeling that Jalen Green's gonna go to the Raptors.
Imagine he goes to the Cavs. Imagine he goes to the Cavs, bro.
I wouldn't even be upset because Jalen Suggs we're in a win-win situation with that, realistically.
But Jalen Suggs wasn't in the Ignite program, so we know how you feel about him.
Yeah, he definitely wasn't. So you know how I feel about that shit. But anyway, that's cap because my favorite player, it all comes full circle. My favorite player got drafted to the Raptors. Favorite player of all time, the Raptors.
His new favorite player is about to get drafted to the Raptors.
So all is full circle. You hear me? It's just full circle.
You freak.
But I don't know why Jacob is talking like that. At least we're champions in the last decade. You're not.
Hey, in about 3 weeks, we're gonna be holding the trophy up too.
Anyways.
Watch Devin Booker show Giannis what a versatile 4 points looks like.
Oh Lord.
40 points with a splash in mid-range, a splash of 3-pointers, and then we got this rim gravity so we can finish at the rim and make some plays. But Chris will show you a little the dazzle of that with some point guard energy.
Exactly. Anywho, but
my ears.
So Jacob, who you got for six man, my boy? Who you got for six man?
Oh, Joe Ingles. Obviously.
He just starts too much.
Obviously, yeah. I'm not gonna lie, that might be racially motivated. That's okay. That might be racially
Jay Bridges has been. I will open my mouth and Jay Bridges will be like, "Yep,
no, it's racism." Jay Bridges is mad that if Joe Ingles was black, he would be top 10 in the league.
I just don't understand why people are telling me that if Joe Ingles was black, he'd be better than Zach LaVine. That's all I'm hearing. People are telling me that Joe Ingles was black
because it's very possible.
No, it is not. No, it is not. No, it is not. I'm not gonna lie. I love everyone on this podcast, but this is very much coon energy.
No, it's not.
This is coon energy.
Wait, supporting. Wait, first off, I'm white, but second off,
yeah, I'm a white savior complex. Stupid ass.
Yeah, it's time for me to go. Right, we're gonna get these awards done now, and we're gonna be done. So, what's the next award?
Coach,
Rookie of the Year.
Rookie.
You already know who I'm saying.
Yeah, it's probably just gonna be Jalen Green.
Jalen Green or Jalen Suggs.
Killian Hayes, he didn't play much last season.
Oh yeah, Killian Hayes. They wanted him to be Rookie of the Year so bad this year. Oh, besides LaMelo, they wanted it to be LaMelo then Killian Hayes.
Jonathan Kuminga.
Oh, it's a good choice.
Mm-hmm.
He's really good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
he's on my radar.
He has the most upside to me in his draft.
And the other thing is, I think that he's going to play the best defense of those top 5 guys, and that's probably going to.
Jalen Green is a very underrated defender. He doesn't get a lot of credit for being.
Yeah, no disrespect to Jalen Green's defense.
Jonathan
I think Kuminga's defense. Yeah,
Kuminga was the best defender on his team last year.
He's stronger than Jalen Green, because Jalen Green's kind of a.
I think Kuminga's really pro ready. I think he had his struggles in the G League, but.
That's how you get pro ready. Not doing what Cade does in the NCAA. Not damn done.
Right, playing with a future Michigan State counselor.
Wonder what bag that Cade Cunningham got out of that.
Right,
$400,000.
I mean,
brand new car.
He was bringing the money. They might have been sneaking in the bag.
Oh, of course. No, might have been. They absolutely were sneaking in the bag. 5
years from now, he's going to be on the shop with LeBron and fucking Draymond, and he's going to be they gave me $400,000 to play there. It's going to be like that. What, Cam?
A GOAT, man. Paul George just got injured. Got a word.
Yeah, he just got poked in the eye.
Oh, he's
These
out.
motherfuckers.
Eye. Damn.
But all right, so which award is next? I think
Coach.
we got them all. Coach of the year?
Nash.
I think it's going to be the Hawks coach.
Wait, Steve Nash? Steve Nash is going to be coach of the year.
I mean, his team is going to be.
That dude could play fucking Clash Royale on his phone the entire game, and
Yeah, he's not a good coach. Steve Nash is not a good coach.
On the same team.
Steve Nash got outcoached by Mike Budenholzer, bro.
That is true, though. Steve Kerr definitely won Coach of the Year for doing nothing.
Coach of the Year, and he just had.
That is okay. You make a good point.
If they're going to be breaking records, and they're just going to give it to him or Nate McMillan. That's my backup.
Oh no, it's gonna be Nate.
I don't think it's gonna be Nate McMillan because I don't see him going up any further than the year.
Now, this would be my question: 3 players that you guys think are going to be a lot worse next season than they are now. Oh,
I guess my coach of the year candidates just don't matter. It's okay.
Yeah, your coach of the year. My bad.
Probably Monty Williams.
Oh, I don't know how they're gonna feel about him. I agree with Cam. It's got to be Monty.
I don't know how they're gonna feel about him next season. I don't know, but yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Did he win this year?
No, Tibbs did. Some more winning bias there.
Oh,
because Knicks made a bunch of roster changes, including bringing in Tibbs, and because this is the first time they've won in so long. Even though it wasn't that impressive, and even though he was in the
coach of the year is just a winning ass award.
Yeah, I guess.
It's definitely about winning.
You ain't gonna be coach of the year with the worst record in the league.
Yeah, definitely not. But
hey, what was your question though? What was your question?
3 stars or very great players right now that we feel like are going to be worse next season.
Hit it, Jay. Just say it, Jay.
I'm not gonna say it.
You could say it. It's all right.
Please don't say who I think you're about to say. What are you about to say?
I don't even know. I'm thinking, nigga, down.
Oh! I thought you was about to say LeBron.
I think my number one person that's going to get worse next season that played really well this season is Jalen. One is Jalen Brown. 2, it's going to sound like if they don't make any trades, this is going to sound bad. It's just like I'm hating. I think Luka's going to not play as well next season because I don't think he likes it in Dallas. And my third is going to be, I hate to say this. I really hate to say this, but I think it's going to be Russell Westbrook. I think Russell Westbrook finally has the year that everybody wants him to have. Like where he's just like not playing that well. Like he'll finally take his little regressing thing. I don't know how much more you can go 100 miles an hour and still be really good at it at this point.
Who do I think?
I think I got mine if you guys are ready.
Yeah, go ahead.
My first one, and it hurts to say it because I love this guy a lot. I do think that James Harden's going to regress a little bit. Because I think he's going to let KD and Kyrie just take control. He's going to become more pass first than he was this year. And if everybody's healthy, he's completely fine with being the third option on that team. Statistically, he's going to regress. Obviously, from a skill set perspective, like he's not going to regress that much. But when you look at his box scores at the end of his career, you're going to be like, damn, 2021, 2022, that's when his decline started. I feel like that's what we're going to start saying. And like, no offense to him either. I think he's still a top 5 player in the NBA.
Yeah, that's where it's going to be like he declined or something changed within his game.
And then I got 2 others. I do think that Joel Embiid's going to decline a little bit. Because I think his health is going to start getting to him right now.
Racially motivated.
His health. What?
Nothing. Just keep going.
My other one was actually going to be Nikola Jokic because I feel like with how many minutes he just played.
Jay Bridges, shut up.
with how many minutes Jokic just played for an entire season?
Yeah.
I don't like his odds to stay healthy or be able to sustain the production that he did this year.
Yeah.
It's just hard to be an NBA player and do the same thing every single night.
Okay.
82 nights a year.
I'll go Dame just because I don't think he can do another year in Portland.
30 and 8.
Averaging 30. I just don't see it happening again. I think I'm not even gonna put that negative energy out there, so I ain't gonna say that. I think I think Zach LaVine takes a slight step back.
Yeah.
It'll be able to. It'll prove his greatness if he can do another season of that insane efficiency, which I just don't see happening.
Oh my god!
And
the Clippers are still alive.
I think Marcus Smart. Why did I just say Marcus Smart? What the fuck?
Hey, we've been doing this for like 2 hours now. I feel like our brains are starting to get shot right now.
Nah, fuck it. I just say PG. I don't care. I guess PG. PG's my wild card. You should never know with that guy.
Yeah, PG is definitely a wild card. All right. Okay. So let's talk to the fans really quick. After Cam goes, I did not know he didn't go.
Jokic is going to decline. Who else? Probably Luka. He can't have 30 and he can't have 38 and then win a hella game. I don't think he's gonna It's just I think they're probably gonna. I feel like his coach is going to tell him to get off the rock a little bit, hopefully. So, or he might not like it there, so he might decline a little bit statistically.
But who's the new coach? Ain't it Chauncey Billups?
Jason Kidd.
Oh, fuck no. He's not getting off the rock. Never mind.
Jason Kidd's going to let him fucking hold that thing.
Yeah, Jason Kidd's going to let him have the rock.
47 to 48 minutes of a game.
Right, so it's going to be Jokic, not Luka. And then, I think Kawhi might regress a little.
I don't know if Kawhi's going to play. With how his injuries sounding, it sounded like he's not going to play.
I'm hearing. I mean, we don't even know the specifics of it. I'm hearing ACL. I'm hearing fucking just a sprain. Just like, bro, what is it?
Mm-hmm.
Like Jalen Brown, Jokic, Jalen Brown, and then I missed that last one. Probably Zach LaVine. What he did this year, I don't know if he can.
Yeah,
that's kind of hard to do again.
The only way he gets better is if he scores more points or he does 50, 40, 90. That's
pretty.
That's asking a lot.
Yeah, that's like you might be top 10 in the league.
Word. All right, let's talk to the fans, man. I'm gonna keep it real. We're gonna try to be as regularly posting again as we were. You know, we have some of our co-hosts, as you know, Cameron Major the new graduate. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. You know what?
Shout out to my boy Cameron. He graduated. He was, doing family things, enjoying the fruits of his labor, in school, getting things together. Liam is still free. Liam, he's on his way out. We posted his bail. He's coming home soon. Raptor, now that he's done with school, will be with us more often.
White boy alternate.
White boy alternate. We may have them here at the same time, most likely, because those are our guys.
Mm-hmm.
So we will be attempting to post more regularly so we can be up on, basketball talk, and we can be a little bit more, like, when we talk about it, we can be a little bit more into it because so much time hasn't passed. But I will say we are back, and we did not forget about y'all. We did not quit. These last couple weeks just got real busy for a lot of people.
Yeah.
People, end of school, summer, all that stuff. People are going to do things. Yeah, but we will be back on a more regular basis to talk basketball with y'all. With that being said, follow everybody on TikTok. Jay Brady is on TikTok.
We ain't gonna do hot takes.
Oh, I forgot. See, it's been so long.
All right, so no.
Yeah, we ain't explain. Y'all not getting no explanations from the shit last episode.
Yeah, right.
Hey, rapid fire. Let's keep this shit under a minute. Let's go.
My hot take. I said this in the other chat. Kenyon Martin Jr. will be better than both Colin Sexton and Darius Garland.
My hot take is that Jalen Green will score 22 points a game in his rookie year.
The Sixers will be the 6th seed in the East.
Damn!
Wow!
Ooh, it's so hot, but I like it. Pause.
Damn. KPJ is better than. I'm gonna say KPJ is better than Karis LeVert.
Oh, Jesus.
KPJ.
That's a knee slapper. Shit.
Karis LeVert. Well, I think KPJ is already better than Colin Sexton. Yeah.
He's already better than CJ McCollum, too, if we're ready for that conversation.
What is going on?
Hey, we got to end it here.
We're going to end that on that hot take. We out. We'll catch you on the next episode.